Context, the what I want to do today is focus on kind of what I'm just calling like a ninja move with gratitude. So when gratitude feels hard or good morning, Kenny, um, or elusive, how can we cultivate the capacity to start to do that, to find gratitude in situations more regularly? So that'll be the focus of how we're kind of spending the time today. And so I like to start all meditations. I'm assuming you found a comfortable seat on a chair or the floor, whatever that might be. So just go ahead and make yourself supremely comfortable. Any movements that you'd like to make that are um, will kind of get your wiggles out or just let you arrive, go ahead and do that. You can have something against your back so you can feel supported if that is helpful. And then take a moment, just look around the room, orient yourself to where you are. Just let yourself be present right now in this morning, in this place, wherever you are. You can look side to side, up and down, just really land where you are in this moment. And then when you feel ready, you can bring your eyes back to a forward orientation. And let's take a few breaths together. So I'll even guide those. Start with a breath out, expel your air as much as you can. And then let's breathe in and exhale. Two more like that together. Breathe in and exhale. And one more. Breathe in and exhale. And then I'll invite you to take a moment and notice how you feel right now. Just took a few deep breaths. You just kind of oriented around the room. Just tune into your inner landscape and see what you notice. See what you observe and see where your awareness goes. And you might observe a different breath pattern or the breath landing somewhere put differently. Perhaps a sensation in the body. Maybe the mind is something that you're noticing. Maybe it's just an energetic sense of something and you're not quite sure. So whatever that is, let yourself just kind of be there and observe. And we'll take another about 30 seconds or so of pure observation of how you are right now. And anything you can make a mental note of. And then allow yourself to recall the first situation I'd like to bring to mind is a warm, fun, or happy time or event. And this could be something from last weekend, or it could be something from last year or a long time ago. Something that sticks out in your mind as something positive. A time you had a great family vacation, or a time that you felt really accomplished and that you did something well, or whatever it is, the first thing that comes to mind, go with that. And again, this could be recent or it could be a long time ago. And I forgot to mention in the beginning, but either way, you can always close your eyes or you can always leave your eyes open in meditation. So see what feels right for you. Some of you may have a meditation practice, others not. Whatever it is fine. And then let yourself remember this event. Be specific. Remember the people you were with, if you were with anybody, or the location and what that brings to mind. If you were in a certain place, maybe the sights and sounds and smells of that place. And really remember what about it was fun or positive or felt warm and strong. And with that, with this memory really in the forefront of your awareness right now, just right here with you, start to kind of notice what you're grateful for about that. And again, if possible, being specific. So, wow, I'm really grateful for the connection I had with a certain person at this time, or I'm really grateful for how I trusted myself and moved through something to the end result, or whatever that is for you. See if you can get specific in your gratitudes and just make mental notes, and there might be more than one. There might be several things that you're grateful for about this event. Let yourself kind of enumerate them mentally and really recall that time with a lot of specificity and desire to connect with that. And as you're going through and kind of noticing these gratitudes, I'll invite you to again turn to your inner landscape and your inner awareness. And what do you notice in your body, or in your breath, or in your energy field, or in your mind, as you start to really connect with and tap into the gratitude that you're feeling? What do you notice? How does that feel as you stay focused on these gratitudes? And so we'll take a full minute in silence here so that you can tap into and really be present and connecting with whatever you're noticing in your body. And as you're noticing this, then be again specific what it is in the body that you're feeling, perhaps sensations of warmth down your shoulders or some tingling in your belly, whatever that is, again, as specific as possible. And we'll take a few more breaths being with. You can let the mental awareness and noting part go and simply be with and absorb and sit and take in how it feels to be in gratitude for this, really getting to that level of somatic awareness and experience with the gratitude. So just a couple more breaths, taking that in. And notice what it feels like to simply be with something and take it in and let the mental observation go. So take one more deep breath with this experience. And then bring your focus back to the present moment. And just again, if it helps and your eyes are closed, you could open them and one more time look around, or you could just let your hands rest a little more firmly on your legs or touch the heart or the shoulders. Just connect right now with the present moment, transitioning from that experience to the next. And now I'm going to invite you to bring to mind an event or experience that wasn't so positive in the moment, that felt challenging or hard or uncomfortable, but one that you moved through. You're here to tell about it on the other side. And so again, it could be something from this past weekend or last year or further back. And you can decide the level of intensity. Maybe you don't want to go for the most challenging experience in your life, but maybe something on a scale of 1 to 10 that was about a 5. But really let yourself see what feels right for you and trust, again, the first thing that arises. So that difficult or challenging experience. And to start, let yourself be with that experience. Again, feel into the memory of it, the mental sensations of remembering it, what you may have remembered was happening in your body at the time, or what you felt you were struggling with. You can be as specific as you like. And just kind of tap in to the discomfort and the acknowledged and remembered struggle that experience caused. Taking another few moments to kind of connect with that, to be as present as possible with it. If it's feeling hard, one thing I do like to do is put my hand on my heart and just acknowledge that this is difficult, or that was difficult and hard. Maybe there's some tenderness that is arising, or maybe this kind of support for your experience could be helpful. And we'll take a few more breaths, just tapping into acknowledgement of that situation or event. And then, since you've chosen one that clearly you made it through, you're here today to tell about it or live through it or experience it, I'll invite you to start to consider, what about that you have gratitude for? What about that experience can you say now you're grateful for? Or what about moving through that experience and who you became on the other side of it you can feel grateful for? So there's so many different ways and lenses, if you will, that we can make this happen. And it doesn't matter which you choose, or one is fine. But is it an experience of having moved through something and become stronger or wiser for it? Is it an experience of a deep lesson that was learned that you can connect with now and that you can use in your life now? Was it an experience of one where you found out just exactly how strong you are and you were able to tap into some inner strength with that? So let yourself kind of land on the primary lesson from that. I'll call it a spiritual lesson because gratitude is a spiritual practice. a life lesson as well, and just see if you can acknowledge and just find at least one thing. And if there's more, that's fine. And then again, with those gratitudes for whatever gems came out of that tough experience or that challenging situation, let yourself focus on the gratitude part. Let yourself tap into the experiences and strengths that got you through it, or whatever it is that you've chosen to be grateful for about that. And let yourself really feel the gratitude piece of it. So letting go a little bit of the focus on the challenge of it and moving to the gratitude for it. And that transition sometimes can take a little while. So be kind to yourself and honor how that might unfold. Again, a hand on the heart might be helpful, maybe not. And as you're moving to this piece, you can say mentally to yourself what some of those gratitudes are. Well, I came out of it stronger, or I got this new friend out of it, or whatever it might be. And as you're focusing specifically on those gratitude pieces, start to notice what you observe in your body. Are there sensations, warmth, or butterflies, or tingling, or anything else? Or maybe it's a breath connection that you notice differently, or a softening, or a shifting internally. Be curious and let yourself open to shifts in the body that you might not have been aware of before. And again, I want to take a full minute in silence so that you can allow your awareness to expand to this level of connection with gratitude for this experience. And again, only focusing right now on the gratitude for it. So we'll take 1 minute in silence. And then just continue the observation if anything has shifted or what you're noticing. And take 3 more slow, deep breaths into these observations or awarenesses in the body as the gratitude unfolds and as the focus stays there. And if you recall, I would just invite you to see, does this awareness of gratitude in the body or this somatic experience of gratitude feel the same or different than the first time through when you were focusing on a positive event? There's no right or wrong way for that to feel. It might feel the same or you might not remember. It's just a curiosity. for your own information. The more deeply that we can connect with and tap into sensations of gratitude, the more that we can deepen the neural pathways in the brain and connecting the brain, the mind, and the body with gratitude. And then the more deeply we can actually embed that experience in our lives and in our body and in that connection. And so you can just simply be curious about that and how that feels. And then let that focus on this event and the gratitude for it go. And so let your mind simply come back to the present moment. You could let it focus on breath as a way to transition to releasing that focused awareness. And now simply let yourself have an experience of being in the present moment. Feel the connection with the breath. And feel yourself on your seat, in your chair, or on the floor, wherever that is that you are. And allow yourself to just be present and just be grateful for right now, for this moment. You are alive here today, April 13th, 2020, in this moment, connecting with your own body, your own experience, deepening your practice of gratitude, deepening your practice of going inward, and let yourself feel and expand feelings and sensations of gratitude for this moment. As simple as that, just this moment. Let the breath expand to meet this expanded sense of gratitude. See if the breath expanding can help you take it in even a little bit more deeply. And take 3 more slow, deep breaths again with this strong sense of connection to gratitude. So deep breath in and a full breath out. 2 more like that together. Deep breath in and a full breath out. And 1 more. And then if the eyes were closed, you can open them. And one more time, orient to the room around you. Take a few moments to just look at your surroundings, the room that you're in, or wherever it is you are. You can look out a window if you have one. And see your present reality and moment with these new eyes that have just been filled with focused gratitude. See if it feels or looks different for you. Let it all soak in. And then take another deep breath in together and a full breath out. And I always like to leave just a couple minutes if anyone has questions or comments or anything about how that was for you, or anything that you'd like to share with others or in the group. Even if you're watching this later and not live, you're welcome to post comments or questions, and I will get back to you. It's a nice way to have a connection, especially, I guess, in these times, to have a connection with others who are also focused on and practicing gratitude. And so I always like to leave that time for community connection. And if there's no comments or questions, that's fine. As I mentioned, I am going to post in the chat the new online program that I'll be offering and opening up for registration soon. It'll start in a few weeks, and I just have some information about it, and you're welcome to ask any questions or contact me if you'd like. So I'll go ahead and post that now. And then if there's no questions, I want to just say thank you to everyone for being here, extending and expanding your practice of gratitude, and making a commitment to gratitude. Just know that it changes and helps not only yourself, but everyone that you come in contact with, and it shifts your energy for the better, which is what's needed right now in this world. So again, thank you all for being here and for being grateful. I'm very grateful for your presence and your practice. Have a lovely day.